Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Loeb's Look Ahead. My name is Max Loeb, a.k.a. Loeb's Leads, looking ahead to Friday, February 21st. We got a great slate of NBA action, two really good college basketball games, as well as a couple plays of the day. We got First Basket Friday, our Play of the Day NBA Builder. Great stuff for you guys in this episode. If you're new and you've never been here before, welcome. I make these every single day, Monday through Friday, dropping live at 6 p.m. Eastern, breaking down the slate of games ahead of us the next day. As always, we'll start every episode, including this one, by talking through what we have going on the current night. So make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss any episodes down the line. But before we do that, I want to make sure everybody knows the picks are always available much earlier in three places. Numbers 1 and 2 are X and Instagram. It's the same handle as it is on here. You can follow through the description. You can search it up, whatever you want to do. But the third place is Pick'It. You can join with code LEADS. You can see to the top corner up there. You'll get a couple extra bucks to throw on your long shot parlay of the day, whatever you want. But it is the best place to track your sports picks. If you're not on it, join with that code. Links in the description for that. If you are already on it, just make sure you're following me. You can see my picks as they happen in real time. I place it, I sync it up, boom, you can see it right away, and you can automatically copy the pick from there. Without further ado, let's talk through everything we have going for tonight, as well as this slate that's ahead of us. It's going to be an awesome slate. Let's talk Thursday night, though. Couple hours from now, we got Four Nations final. We got a bunch of NBA games. Not a great college basketball slate, but some awesome plays. And truthfully, we have a lot going tonight. I don't want to talk any more about what we have going tonight without showing you guys what we have going tonight. If you look at everything we have a play of the day lay. We have Derek White, 2+3s, John Morant, 30 PRA, and De'Aaron Fox, PRA essentially even. We have a Celtics parlay, Celtics money line, Jason Tatum 20 points, Joel Embiid 20 points, and Jaylen Brown to hit a 3. We have our Cavs parlay. This is a full unit. I just had a bonus bet on DraftKings that I wanted to use. We got Donovan Mitchell, 25 PRA, Cavs to win by 5 or more, and then D'Angelo Russell, 10+ points. We also have straight up USA money line, almost a full unit on that to get a full unit back. Plus 114 with the boost. If you guys want to use your boost on that, highly suggest you do. And then on 3-Point Thursday, we have Derek White, 3+3s. Now, truthfully, guys, last night kind of got bent over. Luka could not make a shot for his life. Alabama got crushed, and Vanderbilt screwed us. They screwed us. There's no other way around it. That was our first negative day of the week. We were so due for a big day tonight, a big night tonight. Without further ado, let's look at the slate ahead. Now, the Knicks and the Cavs are playing each other on ESPN Friday night prime time, but they are both playing, depending on when you're seeing this, tonight, Thursday night. They're both coming off back-to-backs, and it's night and day for these two teams with how they perform on back-to-backs. If you don't know who they're playing on Thursday night, Cavs get the Nets. I don't want to jinx either team here, but the Cavs get the Nets. It's a team they're much better than. It's a team they should beat, a team they have beaten before. Probably going to take care of business. Hopefully it's a blowout, so you rest guys like Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, but again, 25 PRA for Donovan Mitchell tonight should be no issue. And then the Knicks get the Bulls, who are also not a very good team. Highly suggest you maybe tease both of those teams down and put them together if you want to get on something for those two games tonight. But night and day, like I said, for both of these teams coming off of back-to-backs. You go look at the Cleveland Cavaliers, 9-2 on no rest this season. And they are not playing great teams, but they're taking care of business against bad teams and they're blowing teams out. And their losses this year have been against two solid teams. Houston's a very good team, and against Miami. These are the back-to-back losses. Again, they've taken care of business against teams like Toronto, Atlanta, Detroit, but they've also beaten some solid teams. Milwaukee, they beat the Lakers on a back-to-back. They can beat good teams on a back-to-back. When you look at the Knicks on a back-to-back, they're already 5-3, so it's not great to begin with. But look at every single team they've played on a back-to-back. There is not one, Atlanta maybe, and you beat them in overtime, but there is not one good team New York has played on a back-to-back. Not one good team New York has played on a back-to-back. I really trust the Cavs to get the job done. It doesn't seem like there's too much information up for the Cavs-Knicks game right now, but when it gets up, my guess is the spread will probably be something like 3, 4, maybe 5 points for the Cavs. I would feel moderately comfortable hopping on that, but I'm going to take a Cavs money line and put it with a Darius Garland points and assists. And again, as this information comes out, as my picks come out, because we do have to wait for the alternate lines, you got to be following the socials and on Pick'It. You can turn your notifications on too, because as soon as those alternate lines come out in the morning, then it will be placed. But I'm telling you guys right now what I'm going to be on before the alternate lines are out. It's going to be Cavs money line, but it's also going to be Darius Garland points and assists because of how he performed against them last time. Truthfully, I just love point guards against Jalen Brunson offensively. But you look at this last game for Darius Garland. 34 points, 3 assists, also 3 rebounds, but he took a ton of shots. Darius Garland was the focal point for this game. I like him to score a lot, but I will fade it a little bit with the points and assist combination. He's not a rebound guy. I know he had 3 rebounds in this game, but I trust Darius Garland to take a lot of shots in this game. Darius Garland's the player I want to be on, but truthfully, guys, I think if the spread is less than 4 points, you just take the Cavs with whatever it is, 3.5, 2.5, whatever it winds up being. They're going to be favored. They're at home. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy, but I'm going to be on the Cavs in some aspect. If I'm pairing it with a player, it's going to be with Darius Garland. Now, let's move to First Basket Friday. If you guys have never seen First Basket Friday, this is what it is. On Chalk, there's also a link for it in the description. It's a community of 2 of my friends. We put together a first basket entry. We each pick one. We place them separately, but we also put them together. As I'm sure you guys know, if you watched yesterday, I'm giving away all the winnings for this First Basket Friday on my socials. So make sure you're following on there if you're not already. But I want to break down some of the information I'm using for First Basket Friday, who I'm going to personally be on in this case, because it's really fun. At the end of the day, like, you manage your units well when you place first basket props. You hit 1, you're going to walk away with some type of money. You hit 2, you're going to walk away with a lot of money. And if you hit 3, you're going to break the bank with this thing. But the 2 important things you have to look at are, 3, I guess, first basket shot attempt, tip-off win percentage, as well as first baskets per game, because you can find a team who's winning like 75% of the tip-offs and go say, oh, I want their star player, the guy who averages the most points per game. They're not always taking the first shot in the game, and it's important to make a differentiation there, because the star player is not always the player that's going to be taking the first shot. A lot of times it is, but it's not always the case. And with the Memphis Grizzlies, there's actually a very, very interesting aspect to that first basket prop. Let's talk first baskets really quick. Again, all this stuff is online, guys. It's completely free, but you can look at the tip-off win percentage. These are for the games that are going tonight, but there's a bunch of the same teams who are in action tomorrow night. Cleveland Cavaliers, for example, you look at first shot percentage, you look at tip-off win percentage. I love Donovan Mitchell first basket at plus 475. Assuming the Cavs take care of business tonight, I don't foresee his usage going down on a back-to-back that much. I like Donovan Mitchell first basket in that game. And then you look at Memphis, again, 74.1% of tip-offs that they are winning. You look at the first shot percentage. Ja Morant has taken a little bit more than Desmond Bane. Jaren Jackson Jr. also taking almost 20%. But you look at the amount of first baskets per game, just overall in the NBA. Look at this. Desmond Bane, 28% of first baskets are him. You can scroll down. Ja Morant, less than 20% of first baskets from the Memphis Grizzlies are for him. So I think you can lean into Desmond Bane, and that's pretty good value. Desmond Bane right now is first basket. That's tonight again, so it'll be around the same odds tomorrow. But tonight is at plus 450. Again, you do that. You do Donovan Mitchell, and you get one more. If you manage your units right, you hit one of the 3, you're going to make money. You hit 2 of the 3, you're going to make a lot of money. And then if you put them all together and just sprinkle a little bit, you're going to break the bank. Like you will win if you hit it. If you hit all 3 of them, you're going to win a lot. But if you hit at least one, you're going to make some significant money in that sense. So that's First Basket Friday. As always, the picks officially for that will be on Chalked, and I'll also repost them on my own socials. But the giveaway will be on the socials, because the next episode after the First Basket Fridays have settled will be coming out on Monday. So make sure you guys are locked in on there if you're not already. But first basket, Donovan Mitchell, I am going to be personally taking, as well as I'm probably going to wind up taking Desmond Bane separately. But Desmond Bane, 2 First Basket Friday picks. We'll see if either of them hit. But again, if one of the 2 hits, you're going to be making a lot of money. If they both hit and you're just placing those 2, you're going to wind up winning a lot. Let's talk about the NBA play of the day. Again, tonight we have the NBA play of the day, depending on when you're seeing this, but Thursday night. Derek White, we have Ja Morant, and we have De'Aaron Fox. The 3 players I will be on for play of the day on Friday. Now, again, we always take alternate lines on this stuff, and I'll show you guys how to ride with me in a second here. You can get some bonus cash to do it with. We always take alternate lines with this stuff. It's going to be Jalen Brunson points against the Cleveland Cavaliers, assuming Damian Lillard is playing, because the Bucks are on a back-to-back. We have to be careful here. Damian Lillard PRA on Friday, and then it's going to be Klay Thompson, likely PRA, but maybe just points and rebounds on Friday as well. I love the Klay Thompson matchup. We'll talk about the matchup data here in a second, but truthfully, the Dallas Mavericks just don't really have anybody healthy. Thompson's been taking more shots with all the injuries. I like him a lot. And then Dame PRA. Again, assuming the Bucks are going to be in a decently close game here. And again, it's not a great matchup for the Bucks, but we can see positionally how it looks here in a second. I do want to make sure you guys get on the bonus cash train if you want to ride these. If you guys are not on any of these three places, they're going to give you 3 free picks as well as some bonus cash. If you join with code LEADS, there's a link in the description for this. Sleeper is going to give you 11 free additional entries. If you ride this with me, you place at least a $5 entry. Underdog is going to give you a free half-point pick as well as Sleeper, and a deposit bonus up to $1,000. And Better is going to give you a free half-point pick plus a $200 deposit match. So again, if you guys are riding with me, you're not 100% sure how confident you are in these. I highly suggest you do get on them, but you're not 100% sure how confident you are in these. You can get some bonus cash to do it with. If it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, you're still going to get bonus cash to make your own picks with down the line. Highly suggest you get on those 3 places if you're not already. But the NBA POD, the numbers basis for this, I'll pull this up for you guys really quick. In terms of data for Jalen Brunson, Damian Lillard, and Klay Thompson, I'm going to pull this up really quick for you guys. Obviously, we have the point guard data here. The Cavs are not great in terms of overall scoring allowed. 2 opposing point guards. Jalen Brunson's going to have a big game. He takes the majority of their shots anyways. You can go look back at the last time they played. Only 21 points, but he played 38 minutes. I think Jalen Brunson's in for a bigger game, especially coming off the All-Star break. Not really, fresher legs, right? Coming off the back-to-back, but fresher legs. You hopefully take care of business against the Bulls tonight. You don't play as much. Jalen Brunson coming in and scoring it. It'll probably be in the realm of 20+, but we wait to see until the alternate lines are out as well as what those odds look like. And then you have the data for Damian Lillard, who on Friday gets the Washington Wizards. Again, very, very bad against point guards in terms of points, rebounds, assists. That's why we're on his PRA. A lot of 3-pointers allowed too. Now, it is a spot where the Bucks could blow the Wizards out, which scares me a little bit. That's why I want to make sure, Dame is playing, see who the Wizards are rolling out there, see if the Bucks are benching Giannis on a back-to-back. Do want to make sure. That's why you got to stay locked in on the socials. But Dame PRA, again, tough to tell what it's going to be right now. But I do like, if I think 25 or 30+ for Dame, depending on what the odds are. And then Klay Thompson against New Orleans really, really fascinates me, right? They're giving up the most points to opposing small forwards in the NBA, as well as the most 3-pointers to opposing small forwards in the NBA. That's Klay's bread and butter. But the Pelicans also struggle on the glass, just generally speaking, against big men. The Mavs are rolling a bunch of backups out. Klay Thompson's going to help on the boards. He's been better on the boards as of late as well. You can pull up the recent game logs for Klay Thompson. He's been better on the boards, right? The game against the Miami Heat, Klay Thompson did not play. Sorry. The game against the Warriors, Klay Thompson, 17 and 7 rebounds. The game against the Kings, Klay Thompson, 19 and 2, so a lower rebound total, but a good combo there. Rockets, Mavericks, Klay Thompson, 13 and 4. Celtics, Mavericks, Klay Thompson, 25 and 3. So if we are going to lean into points and rebounds, we have to feel pretty confident about the points, and truthfully, I do. So Klay Thompson, it'll likely be points or 3-pointers made. But Klay Thompson, to me, I have to get on him in that matchup. It's a great matchup for him scoring-wise, as well as the fact that the Dallas Mavericks are down big men. Anthony Davis, PJ Washington's banged up. I'm going to trust Klay Thompson to get on the boards a little bit. Looking at Najee Marshall in there as well, but Klay Thompson is the big one. College basketball. Let's move to Marquette, Villanova. Now, these 2 games, guys, your guess is as good as mine for who's going to win these games. We can pull up the odds for you very quickly here, but the reality is these are going to be 2 great games, 2 close games. Marquette, Villanova is essentially a pick 'em right now. Michigan's 3-point favorites against MSU. But if you guys don't know already, the last time Marquette and Villanova played, Marquette beat Villanova by 13 at home, and Marquette is kind of hitting their stride, but it was a moderately high-scoring game the last time they played. Last time they played, it was 87-74, a higher scoring game, especially for a college game. Now I go look at the overall total for this matchup, and to me, it seems a little bit low. And I'm going to say the same thing from MSU and Michigan, and probably going to combine 2 alternate point totals and put them together for a plus money play. So you go look at this game right now. Again, Marquette, a 1.5-point favorite on the road. Be my guess with which side you want to be on. I don't feel confident on either side, and I'm not going to get on either side, truthfully. But you go look at the total, 142 to me seems very, very low. 142.5 if you want to get on that too, because what's that, 72 apiece, and you look at that, it was 87-74 the last time they played. I trust both teams to score 70 plus. I think it's going to be a close game. Also, very real possibility of overtime here. Like, this is going to be a close game down to the wire. I trust an overall total before I trust either side in this game. And truthfully, guys, I feel the exact same way about Michigan and Michigan State. Now, these are two teams that have had roller coasters of years. These are two of the best teams in the country, absolutely, but two teams that are struggling in their own right. Like Michigan, if you watch them play Ohio State over the weekend, did not look great. Before the Purdue game, MSU did not look great. So these are two teams that, again, going back and forth, trying to find their identity by playing against each other. I'm going to say two things. Number one, if I am looking at a game, two teams are very good, not a ton that separates them, I'm probably going to take a team if they're plus 3.5, regardless of where the game is being played. And that is the reality here. You go look at Michigan, Michigan State. Michigan is obviously at home, but they're 3.5-point favorites against MSU. Or now it's 2.5 there, but you can get MSU at plus 3.5 on Bally. So if I had to get on a side, it'd be Michigan State. Maybe you tease them up so it's plus 9.5 or 10.5, because again, I think this is going to be a close game as well. And you can put that with the alternate over in Marquette and Nova. I think that's probably the best way to go about it. But if you did want to take a straight pick in this game, again, these are two better offenses than they are defenses. A total of 151.5 for me seems a little bit low as well. We'll go pull up some offense and defense data here. You find the Michigan State Spartans at 61st in the country in terms of overall offense, and then you find Michigan at 27th in terms of overall offense, both averaging around 80 points per game. Again, that's an average. You don't want to take averages too much, but you then go look at the defensive numbers for these two teams. And again, they're better offensively than they are defensively. So you can see top 50. Neither of these guys are top 50 defensive teams. You go look at the top 100. You got Michigan State at 58, but Michigan is not in there. You go look at the top 150. Michigan's not in there. You go look at the top 200. You scroll down a little bit, Central Michigan, and you find Michigan at 160th, right? They are not a great defensive team, have not been a great defensive team all year long. I trust points in this game more than I trust either side, to be fully honest with you. But if you don't want to get on two alternate overs, which I understand why you don't want to do that, seems a little square, I know. I would highly suggest the alternate over in Marquette Nova and then taking MSU plus some amount of points. If you're more confident in them, you could probably take them plus 3.5, get way better odds. But you can tease it up to 9.5, keep it within single digits. I like that a lot. I think this will be a close game. And again, I think Michigan State could just win the game. That is what we are on Friday, February 21st. If you guys did make it this far, you made it to the end of the stream, make sure you leave a like on this video. Lets me know you enjoy this type of content. And as always, please feel free to suggest anything you like or want to see in these videos. This is the first week of me launching these streams, first week of me doing this. Always open to new ideas, so feel free to say whatever you want. Let me know what you like and didn't like. We will see you guys, depending on when you're seeing this, Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern for our final weekend look-ahead stream, and then back on the horse Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern, looking ahead to Tuesday. God bless you guys, and we'll see you next time.